Okay, we're gonna try to record things that have an update to life while I'm coding. I'm vibe coding is what I'm doing, um, because I've done most of the coding and now I'm having it see if it can add a little extra feature. Anyway, um, things that have happened. I've skipped a day, maybe 2 days, but now we're back. And the updates are yesterday, I drove, I went down to, I think it was yesterday, I went down to the garage where the old guys hang out. Apologies if you're the old guys hearing this that I call you that, but I'm sorry, but like some towns or cities, you walk into a diner and the old guys are sitting around a table and they clearly have coffee there every morning. And I'm sorry, but whether you're old or not, you are the old guys and you are down at the garage. And that's just how it is. So I walk in because my truck is gone, and that's just how it is. My truck is. They have key when something needs doing. I drop my keys off, and they come get the truck when they need the truck, and then they bring the truck back. And I'm always checking on outside, and sometimes the truck's there, and sometimes it's back, and sometimes it's gone. We don't know. Anyway, I went down there because I was going to leave a note in the truck before they picked it up, but I missed the opportunity because I noticed that a cable, which I thought was like a rear axle valve release thing, or maybe, um, well, it doesn't matter what I thought it was. Anyway, I thought it was one of two things. It was probably neither of those things. No surprise because I'm only getting to know my truck now. Anyway, I noticed it kind of hanging down shortly after they replaced the tires on it, and I hadn't noticed it before anyway. So I go down there, and I'm waiting because my usual dude, Larry, we love Larry, um, is not in his chair where I normally find him and tell him things. Or sometimes I tell the other guy whose name I don't recall. Uh, Sorry, but they all call me Goat Lady, so I feel like it's okay that I don't necessarily know their names. So, I mean, all of them. I know some of them. Uh, that does not matter. The point is I sort of paced around. I was looking out in the garage thinking that Larry might be out there or one of the other guys that I know might be out there. I didn't see them, so I paced back and then I sort of paced back in and there was Larry in his chair. I don't know where it came from. So I don't know what came over me, and I'm just telling you this because I feel like it could play a part in the next part of the story. But I don't know what came over me, but I said I'm gonna tell you this because I amuse myself sometimes, and if anybody else comes along, then that's just bonus. But I said something like, I'm not sure exactly what, but I said something like, I meant to tell you, but I'm telling you now that there's a cable in the back, and it's hanging down like my tits before I get a bra on them in the morning. Um, Something like that. I know the word tits and bra were used, something like that. Anyway, the old guys appreciated it. I don't know if anybody on YouTube will appreciate it. I don't know, but I said this. This is the kind of thing I say. I don't plan it. I don't plan it. It happens. I can report back on it. You know, it sounds like I planned it. I did not plan that. So I said that. I've built up a rapport with the staff, with the people, the old guys, and stuff. So I said that, and then my truck was right out front. I walked right past it when I walked in. So anyway, I saw the guys head out, and they said something. And then Larry came back in the office. He disappeared. Then he came back, and I saw the guys head back out there, and so I thought, well, I'll see them on the way out. Larry says something, I forget, he named one of them and said, they don't know anything about bras, but they're going to give it a look. So I did go out there, and no one was by my truck, and I thought were already done, but they were over by my car. They know that I have the car and the truck. And I'm like, no, not the car, the truck. And so then I did some, uh, you know, I did some variation of what I'd said in the office with the guys. I think that might have been Tyler and no, Tyler and I can't remember it doesn't matter. I mean, it matters, but it doesn't matter for the sake of this video. I'm sorry that I didn't get that I don't remember your name offhand right this second. I know your name sometimes, if you're watching, but you probably aren't watching. I said some variation of the tits and the, because I knew they'd already heard it from Larry. So I just sort of continued a follow-up, an addendum, in theme. But anyway, we got to chatting. I got to do that thing where you lean on the the pull down thingamabobber, the tailgate of your truck, and you chat. And we all chatted around the bed of my pickup truck. And at which point it was revealed that it was probably an emergency brake tubing or whatever, but they said they'd pin it up. I haven't actually looked to see if they did. I meant to when I got the keys out. Because the point is I'd noticed that the truck was back today. So now I have no idea how long this video is, or how long it will be. But then it's Lenten Friday. I got my fish here in this bag. I'm gonna eat that shortly, and I've already put it in my little food tracker app. I did that first thing this morning, knowing that it was gonna take most of my daily calories to eat the whole thing. But I enjoy it and I look forward to it, so it's fine. And it all worked out fine. In fact, well, I'm skipping ahead. The point is, I went late to the fish line, but God bless them, they still had fish. So I got up there, I had a nice chat with Phil? I think it was Phil. And so I know Phil, I think, from the garage as well as the fire station. That's where I went to the fish fry. And we had a nice chat about how much I love it turns out that the fire chief's, or the fire captain, Larry is actually the fire chief. But the fire captain, his face gets photoshopped into these funny scenes every week. And I love them so much. I treat them like playing cards, because you get a picture, your ticket to get your meal includes that Photoshop, but it's also on Facebook. Anyway, I love them so much. So I was mentioning how much I love them, and we had a good chat about that whole thing. That's when I find out that the captain's best friend does them, which is good, because frankly, if someone you didn't like very much did them, that would be awful. Because some of them are really ridiculous. Anyway, that was good chat. So then I get to the front of the line. It's a very short line because I was late, but that worked out nicely. And I pull up, and I've got both my driver's side window, which is where I give the order, and then my passenger window, which is the window for the cash and fish exchange that happens. So anyway, Tyler, as it turns out, came out, and but before he did, from inside the garage, I hear, "It's the goat lady!" And because Larry from the garage is also the fire chief, there's a lot of overlap in terms of the fire department and the garage. Just, that's how that is. So anyway, I felt like Norm, a little bit like Norm. And then they gave me an update on the truck. They're like, did you see your truck's back? And someone else is like, you could have driven the truck down here, because one of the problems with the truck is that it needs to be driven, and I haven't driven it. Mostly, it doesn't matter for this story. Anyway, so I got an update on my truck, and a chat about chat/reminder that the keys were in the truck, and I should get them out, and which I did. And basically what I'm trying to say is that it was a very positive experience. And now I am going to go back to vibe coding. You notice I didn't do much of it during this because it mostly wrapped up, and now I gotta test it. But I'm gonna eat my fish because I already budgeted my calories for it. And the calories went so well today that I was able to, like, I had some calories to sustain me through the day. I'm eating dinner early, so that helps, but not that much earlier than usual. I'm gonna eat my fish, and I still have some calories left over. I got, because a friend slash colleague said that they were good, um, I got this variation of Peeps. Now he likes them mostly because he doesn't like the original Peeps, and I do like original Peeps. But he got these and said how great they were, and I thought, well, I like watermelon and sour, and that's fine. And I thought that it was going to be like one Peep was going to be the calories I saw listed there. The biggest thing on the back is the calories, 130 calories, right? And I'm sorry to go on about this because I don't really want to talk about food issues and weight issues, but I still think it's cool anyway. If you see a big word, it's 130, which is not a word, it's a number. But anyway, I thought, oh man, one Peep is 130 calories, but no, this is a serving size of 5. What does it say? Five chicks is what is how it is the serving size listed. 5 chicks for 130 calories. I had that left over even after my fish dinner, so I'm excited about that whole thing. I'm a little concerned that the allergen warning is may contain milk, which I don't have a milk allergy, but I feel like they should know if it is going to contain milk. I feel like they should know. It does contain bioengineered food ingredients. I don't think any of us are surprised by that. But this video has been plenty long enough. Oh my goodness, 11 minutes. That's just ridiculous. I hope you watch this at a speed if you are even a person at all. I'm always adjusting this thing because, of course, when I do it in the mirror, it sort of looks like it leans one way, but my usual way, and then when I get here, it leans that way, and I'm used to seeing it lean that way, and it's kind of freaking me out. Anyway.